Belongs Toys. Today we're taking a look at the DX Metsuboujinrai Forceriser from Kamen Rider 01. So this is the henshin belt, henshin device for Hirobi and Jin, who are the two Metsuboujinrai agents, Humagears, whatever you want to call them, the bad guys. You can see Hirobi is featured very prominently here on the box because this does come with the Sting Scorpion Progress Key, which is the one that he uses to transform. Jin uses the Flying Falcon, which was the preview item we got even before 01 came out. So very, very cool. Very excited to finally get this and take a look at this. Over here on this side, if you don't have too much glare from my lamp, you can see Hirobi and the Forceriser. On this side, it's really just kind of a continuation of the front picture. But again, here's the Forceriser. Down here, Hirobi, Forceriser, sensing a theme. I sure am. Look, it's Hirobi, Forceriser. I got the Sting Scorpion Progress Key up there. So yeah, basically, you put this into the belt, you pull the lever, they transform, rinse, repeat. It does take 2 AAA batteries, as you can see right down there. Not too much else going on for the packaging. So let's go ahead, we'll get everything out of there, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here's everything you get in the box. Alright, that's a lie. You do also get belt straps, and you get one of those little plastic rectangles that you put around where you link the 2 belt straps together to keep it in place. I never bother putting them in. If you guys watch my videos at all, you know this already. I don't wear these things, and if you put the belt straps through, whoops, or you could knock it over with your hand, whatever. If you put the belt straps through, it just takes up so much more space on the shelf, so I don't bother. And this actually stands up pretty well on its own. It's got kind of a nice flat surface here, and between the lever that you pull to make this thing work, it actually stands up pretty well, so I'm happy about that. But as you can see, here is the main buckle or driver, the Forceriser. This is the main part of it. Really the only part of it, because they're just belt loops. But it's some nice silver paint here on the front. Have some yellow plastic molded pieces. You have a speaker down here. There's an LED right here. On and off switch right here. Here is the cover where you put the batteries in, the 2 AAA batteries. So that's it for that guy. Here is the Sting Scorpion. Ability Poison.
Scorpion's ability.
Open it up. There is the Robot Scorpion. Looking pretty cool. Otherwise, that's pretty much all this does on its own. Looks like it ends in 97. This is where you pull the tab out to get the batteries start working. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. How this works, we'll go ahead and turn it on.
Forceriser.
So you can see where the LED is. I'll turn it off and on again so you can see that from the front.
Forceriser.
There you go. So you just go ahead, slide it in. And there you go. You are transformed. I feel like the LED doesn't shine that great through Scorpion. I don't know what it is. Scorpion just kind of has a weird picture. You can close it and open it again. So the sounds actually gel pretty nicely. This says Sting, this says Dystopia. Then there's some sound effects that come from the key itself, and then it finishes off with some sounds from the Forceriser. So it has kind of 2 attacks. There's Utopia and Dystopia. So if you open it and close it the first time, you'll get Dystopia. Open and close it again, you get Utopia. One thing I wanted to note when you close this, you can see, here I'll turn this off just so you don't have that noise. It doesn't close all the way. You have to pull this out it'll kind of release it, and then it'll close all the way. And the reason that is, there's a tiny black tab right here. You can see where my finger is. And that slides in there when you pop this in like this and kind of jars it so it's open a little bit. And I think that just makes it easier for it to flip open. So that, because I was always wondering about this. I'm like, if you're literally grabbing this and forcing this open with the lever, aren't these going to break eventually? Like, that was my main concern. I was like, why wouldn't these break eventually? But I think that just having that little tab kind of start them off, and then it makes it easier for this thing, because it kind of loosens it, because it kind of feels like that first little bit is where all the tension is. Once you get to about here, or even just to kind of where it opens it to, it opens a lot easier. So it's just a little thing, but I wanted to point it out. Also, I want to make sure when you have it loaded in there, you don't try to force it down all the way, because it's not going to do it. That tab is going to make it always open a little bit. But when you pull it out, once it gets past that, then it'll close. So just wanted to point that out. All right, next up we'll try Falcon. So I'll be honest, that red LED is really not that great. It doesn't really illuminate these little windows that well for any of them. I thought maybe it was just Scorpion, because his is kind of mostly like black and not filled in. But even with Falcon, who pretty much has a face that fills the whole area, it still doesn't illuminate that well. See, when you pull it out, it automatically kills the sounds, which is nice. So there's Flying Falcon, which is what Jin uses to transform. And I thought real quick, if I can remember where I put it, here we go. Since we're going to be seeing it in the movie, I figured we'd give Rising Hopper a shot. Now you notice his still says the robotic phrase, even though none of the other ones do. And real quick, I also just wanted to show off one of these like candy toy ones that have the button in the front. So the Forceriser does the sounds that it's supposed to do, but this thing doesn't really do anything. And if I just keep pressing the lever, it's just going to cycle through the sounds. So as you can see, it doesn't really work out. The sound effects just don't really line up, and it's just going to keep going through these. Eventually it'll shot riser and so on and so forth. So not super compatible with the Forceriser. So all that may be it for the Forceriser. We can go ahead and check out the Scorpion and the various other devices.
the power claws.
Stung with fear by the power claws. Well, there you go. That actually lights it up pretty well, though I still think it's kind of a weird picture, but... I mean, I do see it a little bit better now with the claws and the tail about, you know, up atop, but still not my favorite. All right, let's go ahead and do... Up next, we have the Shot Riser. All right, so we'll go ahead and pop this in. There you go. Turn that off and put that back on there. All right, next up we will try one of the attach weapons. Decided to go with the attach arrow since that's the one he primarily uses on the show, and hey, they're both purple. If you hold it a little bit longer. Oh, I hit the button on top. So there you go. There are the sounds with the attach arrow. So the Forceriser is cool. I'll be honest, it doesn't do all that much. I would say as far as the three main Henshin devices go, this is probably the weakest one, but that doesn't mean I don't like it. I think it's definitely fun. I like plugging the key in. I like having the effect of pulling the lever and having it force it open and flip it over like that. I think that's pretty neat. Sound effects are good. I wish the LED like lit up a little bit better because it doesn't seem like it really lights up the illuminated area like it shows here on the packaging. It seemed to work okay for Rising Hopper, but the other two I did, it didn't really look that great. So I don't know. It's kind of a bummer that like Gashapon and Candy Toy progress keys really don't work with this thing at all. It really only works with deluxe keys, so that kind of limits the amount of playability you have with it. At least all the other ones like the Shot Riser and the 01 Driver can use Gashapon and Candy Toys. Now, I mean, you can put them in here, but it's just going to cycle through the sounds. It's not going to make any sense. So, well, I guess technically it's compatible. It just doesn't really work all that well. But I still think it's pretty neat. And you get the Sting Scorpion Deluxe key, which is nice. I believe he's going to be available in one of the Gashapon sets coming up. Maybe even a Candy Toy set. Not sure. But yeah, if you don't want to pick this up and you're just looking for the Sting Scorpion key, he should be around. You should be able to get one in either Candy or Gashapon set coming up. But if you want the DX one, he is locked into this box, so you have to pick this up. But like I said, I still think it's worth picking up because it's definitely a big part of the show. And I think it's going to look good on display. And like I said, it is fun to play with. I just think it could do a little bit more. I wish it had like a little bit more sound functionality or something, but I still think it's not too bad. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.